I'm out here mainly is to introduce a very special speaker. Marty has been Barbershop over 26 years. Most of that has been in the Land O'Lake district, so just to the east of here. He spent 20 years with the Great Northern Union. After a year-long search for a new CEO for our Barbershop Society, Marty was offered the job. He is a great leader, and you'll soon know his infectious enthusiasm, and if you haven't heard his characteristic laugh, you've got something to look forward to. So a man with bringing great visions to our society. Please welcome Marty Monson. Hey.
Down here, ice cream, talk slow, ice cream.
You see, singing is just
sustained talking.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir. Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of those men without the other three.
Professor, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
That's what singing is about. It's tough to get in an argument when you're harmonizing. But Meredith Willson, he had the right idea back in the 1950s. From a good old town in Mason City, Iowa. I'm an Iowa Weegian, if you will. Oofta. But no, he really did. He had the right idea. This man went on to become a Tony Award winning for the best musical that beat out the West Side Story. Tells you a little bit of something. It also says that he was ahead of his time when it came to propagating barbershop harmony. And the chords of the Buffalo Bills still to this day ring and bring quite a lot of joy to many. It is about the joy of singing, but also it's about the joy of learning. You are here because you want to learn more. You're hungry. Not just learning for the sake of learning, but learning to improve on a craft. A craft that is founded and based upon good singing. Something that we say in the choral world, good singing is good singing, regardless. Sometimes we get the bad rap as barbershoppers out there about sometimes we sing a different way. But you're here to prove that is not true. But it really is. And this is something that I grew up with. And over time, we do this because we love creating experiences. Sometimes in the early years of singing, we take it more of a receiving. But over time, as you improve in your craft, it's our duty, it's our responsibility as singers to create an experience, not just for yourself, but for many others. The joy of singing and the joy of learning. The stories of the Music Man continue to evolve. And we see that coming through all forms of music today. Especially in areas that I've had personally experiences of various people who have influenced my opportunity to experience. Because singing just brings such joy. I was saying earlier today that everybody sings. I've got about a 20-minute commute into Nashville every day. And it's always funny because sometimes in bad traffic I'll look over and there's this person jamming away in the car, singing at the top of their, you can just see it. And they're having a ball. You know, the funny part is most of those people say, when you ask them, do you sing, they probably say, no. But they really do. Everybody sings. Can you imagine if we didn't have music or singing in our society? What would that be like? That singing, I'm convinced that anybody out there that says they don't sing where they actually do sing, you got to step back and say, yeah, but I just saw you driving right there the other day. What did it feel like? What does it feel like when you sing? Is it the endorphins that just, boy, when you lack a chord or you just sing or sing a lyric or a text that just brings you to another place? I think it is. That's why the joy of singing applies. But you're all here to go to another level of experience. You have committed to learn more about singing better, about arranging music, so more people can sing and more people can participate. That's the beautiful thing about our two organizations, the Sweet Adelines and the Barbershop Harmony Society. We are collectively the world's largest singing organization. Period. But it's our duty. We're still only maybe about 50,000. That's nothing. That's nothing. So what's so exciting about when Judy said this, there's 330 of you who have committed to 2 days, 3 days of being here so that you can go back home, create more experiences and life-changing moments, because that's what music does. The joy of singing and the joy of learning. Because when we have experiences, we've learned something. We like going on that musical journey. Whether you're preparing for a concert, preparing for a contest, or just singing around the campfire. All these experiences. When you're going on the road, you're traveling, wherever it might be. One of my favorite ones is getting in a bus with other singers and going down the road and singing away. I'll never forget the one time that we did that. We were traveling around doing some different things. And I look back, we had the tenors and baritones in one bus. Never do that again. But I look over, we're learning the song, and I look over at a good friend of mine, Bob Downer. Gold medal winner from Happiness Emporium, tenor, we'll talk about it. One of my best friends in the world. I look over him, and he's not much of an emotional guy, but he was just bald. And we were learning the song of the distance. We got out of the bus, and before we checked in, everybody got out, and Pete started directing. We had no idea what was going to happen, especially with the tenors and baritons. We had no idea. But I think he took a lesson from Harold Hill and said, the thing system, let's go. Kind of like Donnie's thing with Mary Had a Little Lamb earlier. But no, we got out there and we had an experience. One of the best experiences of my life. It wasn't for a show, it wasn't for other people, but it was just something that I remember. Because the music inside of me just was It's hard to explain, but you all know what that is like. I challenge you to take that seriously as you go through the weekend and you pick up different aspects, because you get thrown a lot of information. But as leaders and singers wanting to improve on your craft, take it back and inspire others. Because when we do that, we have fun. And there's nothing like singing and learning, creating an environment of just having fun. Because you want to come back again and again and again. And if you look at all of that, you might change a life. And that that life actually might be yours. Thanks, and have a great weekend.